Hi, my name's Coase and welcome to the PaperThin Place. Today I thought I'd just try something a little bit different. I'm recording outside. We live in anxious times, we live in times of lots of great change. And I think anxiety is just this weird word, isn't it? Where there's a lot of stigma attached to it. There's a lot of performative face value where we're a little bit scared about being vulnerable about stuff. Everybody has their stuff going on. I probably carry with me a certain level of anxiety about some stuff that is kind of always with me. Some of that's personal, like around family, being in a different country. Some of that is situational around, trying to run businesses over these last few years. Other stuff around that is kind of global and the big world issues that we all face. I guess the challenge within all that is, how do you keep on going? How do you just find a way through? And it's recognizing a little bit that anxiety is a natural reality of some of the things that we face, and that actually everybody experiences it at some sort of level. So to that extent, there is the reality of anxiety, but also the normality of anxiety. And hopefully, as we journey through that, we learn to be a bit more human. We recognize the humanity. We recognize that actually everybody goes through that stuff. And we hopefully have a greater sense of humanity and respect for each other amongst all of that stuff that we're all dealing with. And I guess the challenge in that is, how do we keep on going? How do we keep moving forward in all of that, amongst all that kind of big crazy stuff that's going on, all that global stuff, all that situational stuff, all that personal stuff? Hopefully this is a little tip to help you, because it helps me a little bit when I think about all this stuff, when I try to deal with all my stuff. I think it's about taking moments to pause. And what I mean by pause is 5 things. Sometimes it's good to pull in, and that's like, kind of when you're on a long journey and you're tired, like on the motorway, you need a little bit of a rest. You need to kind of pull into the services and take stock, gather some energy for the ongoing journey. The second thing is about acclimatizing. It's like when you get off a plane in a hot country or a cold country, and it takes you a moment or two just to breathe in the air and recognize where you are and change to the environment, adapt a little bit. The third thing is recognizing that actually probably the worries are understandable on the whole. There are things that are genuine concerns that are real to us, that keep us up at night, wake us up early in the morning. A lot of that stuff is reasonable. The fourth thing is about trying to work out what your next step is. So it's very easy to get overwhelmed by things, get stuck in a loop of thinking, but ultimately you don't want to stay there. So how do you develop and find what your next step is? And the fifth thing is, how do you exit from where you are? You can't stay where you are. How do you action that step that you've just decided on? And I know it might be scary, and I know you might not have everything sorted at that point still, but actually you can't stay where you are, even if that means just going out for a walk or changing the scenery or getting out with some friends or whatever. Find a way to make that step happen and action that step. So exit. So again, just real quick, it's about pause. How do you pull in? How do you acclimatize? How do you recognize that what you're feeling is understandable? How do you create a step, one step, to help you move out and move on? And how do you exit? Hopefully, wherever you are, whatever you're thinking about today, whatever's on your mind, hopefully that's a bit of encouragement to keep on going. Thanks very much. Take care. See you later. Bye.